Hello everyone, and welcome back to Monsters of the Past. As always, I'm your host, Mr. G. So, snakes. You know, those things that are generally very unpopular, said to be responsible for humanity's downfall according to certain religions. Yeah, those guys. What about those guys, you may be asking? Ever wanted to see what snakes were like in prehistoric times? Well, that's what we're doing today. Today we're talking about the giant snake, Gigantophis. Gigantophis means large snake and is a member of the Matsodere family, which is an extinct group of constrictor snakes. It was a carnivore that lived during the Eocene in North Africa. Gigantophis is estimated to have reached about 35 feet in length, making it noticeably longer than the biggest snake today, the reticulated python. In fact, before 2009, it was actually the biggest snake ever. But, hold on, just a minute. Gigantophis lived in North Africa, which at the time was actually a swamp. There it hunted things like early elephants and other large prey. Now, you might notice I said it was the biggest snake ever before 2009. And I'm sure most of you paleo fans know what I'm about to get into. So, let's just cut to the chase. In 2009, an even bigger snake named Titanoboa was discovered. This one absolutely dwarfed Gigantophis in size. And this one is the one who currently holds the record for biggest snake ever. Besides these two monster snakes, there is also Tetrapodophius, which is notable for the fact that it came so early in snake evolution that it actually still has legs. Yes, legs. There was Dinoslacia and Sanaja, which are two snakes from the late Cretaceous that were decently big. Not as big as the two monster snakes we talked about earlier, but they were still pretty decently big. They weren't as big as a reticulated python, but, you know. Okay, I'm really trying to compliment these two, but I just can't. Also, before you ask, all these snakes were constrictors, and not venomous. Venomous snakes are actually a pretty recent evolution for snakes. All snakes started out as constrictors, and eventually some evolved venom later on. And before you ask, the biggest fossilized venomous snake is potentially the Greek snake Leophis, which is estimated to have reached 13 feet in length. Venomous snakes don't get anywhere near the sizes of constrictors. Anyway, now that our snake lesson is over, let's get to the card. You know, I think I found the reward for the card that would be most unlikely to exist if these cards were made today. I guarantee you that if these cards came out today, it would be a Titanoboa card. Because otherwise, what would their point be in choosing Gigantophis? Appearance-wise, this card is almost fine. I say almost because they gave it the slitted pupils of a venomous snake, even though constrictors have rounded pupils. So yeah, that's an error. And also the fact that it claims it was the biggest snake is now outdated, as well as it giving the outdated view on how constrictors kill their prey. Here it claims that they strangle them to death, even though nowadays we know that constrictors killed by blocking off blood flow to the brain. Yeah, isn't that a lovely image? Sorry to all of you with a snake phobia. I forget what it's called. I give this card a 7 out of 10. Now I would say let's move on to Gigantophis in pop culture. But I could only find it in Jurassic World, the game, and I really don't feel like looking up Titanoboa appearances. Then again, giant snakes are very common in prehistoric media, although weirdly enough, they're always in dinosaur media, where they're always portrayed as big enough to eat dinosaurs, even though those giant snakes didn't exist until after the dinosaurs. In fact, during the reign of the dinosaurs, snakes were still busy trying to evolve in the first place. And I'm getting off topic. That's all for this episode of Monsters of the Past. Join me next time when we give bony fish some love. Bye!